Hey, check it out, everybody. The wind's picked up pretty good, so check this out. Turbine's up there running real good. Hey, Billy, is that you up there? That's my turbine's name, Billy. Hey, come, let's check this one out. This winter has been a very productive winter. I have built me a carport from salvage materials. Still got to put the metal on the front. Believe it or not, that cost me almost $200 to build this 14 wide by 21 long carport. I have reanimated this one right up here. Chaos is a turbine I built for autism. I have a grandchild with autism, and mild case. She functions okay, but she has her clicks and stuff, you know. But look at this thing go. Look at that one over there. I don't know if you can see it in the sun, but look at her go. That's with the Windy Nation blades. I have found that those Windy Nation aluminum blades, once you adapt the hub to keep them from fracturing, that those things are absolutely bulletproof. All right, now coming up on the roof here, let me get a little closer to this sweet baby. This thing's been running for a long time, and it had to be rebuilt. So this is Chaos. Chaos's design is a simple design. It uses a scrap tail from Missouri and a Mexican hat design for, you know, ode to where the parts are made. They go to Missouri. So look at this design. For some of y'all who have no clue, it uses a Thermodyne PMA right there. PMA turns very easy. See, look at that. Not very much effort, hardly no cogging at all. There's the 6-wire slip ring from Hurricane Wind Power. Right there, goes in the top. And this, using an 1.5-inch pipe, this is how the slip wire was mounted. I hope you can see that. I have to reach up as high as I can. All right, so it uses a standard 50mm bearing, block bearing, and is bolted to a square tube. And you see here, with this offset design, it allows the torque, when this thing gets up to 40-mile-per-hour winds, to push itself out of the wind so it don't damage the PMA or the blades. Very handy off-centered design, kind of cool. All right, so wants to turn real easy in light winds. Now getting over here, past my solar array here, and over there, we have the little China turbine. This one here I've nicknamed Mr. Billy. Mr. Bill. Oh. It's got some wicked look to it, don't it? Listen to that thing. Not very high winds, but it's producing power right now at a pretty good pace. All of them track well, as you can see out here on my place. But just giving y'all a little update. Let's go down there and shop. You can see my wiring I'm about to start doing on my wiring. All right, coming off in here in the shop, you can see we have this big mess. Here is the meter. Hopefully you can read this, for Chaos. So it's been doing pretty good. It's had, in the last 30 hours, it's had, what is this, 314 watt peak, 9.1 watt hours. Not too shabby. This one here is the Chinese one, and it's been mounted now about 4 or 5 days. And here's what it's put out. And of course, it's had luxury of having more winds. But what we're doing is, we don't have gray matter over here. That's the one with the funky tail that does the fan up. And it doesn't fan this way like a regular furl. It actually has a twist up, and then actually allows itself to come out. So that's a design of mine. It uses bearings and stuff. Bearings and a little U-joint. Now, here is the wires that go to, which will go to Chaos. That's the one with the colorful Mexican hat tail. So this is the Chinese one, the red wires, and the white wires are the ones we're going to be bringing over to the oldest turbine on the roof, a Thermodyne turbine, a Hornet Wind Thermodyne whatever you want to look up, KT. That's how we're setting up. Now, we're going to be setting up by removing the switch and putting sheet metal behind here and notching it just for the wires to where it comes up and goes over the top, covers the wall back here, just for fire prevention, because these can cause a fire. Be careful where you put them at. These are mounted on hat metal. You see, very nice setup for hat metal. And as it sits right now, the wires that's going to be going over to the gray matter turbine over here in the corner of the wall, that pipe right there, that is going to be these 3 8-gauge wires right here. So they're going to be going over there, and we're going to have all 3 turbines that are on the shop powering the shop. So this is Chaos's old PMA, and it still works just fine. It still works without a problem, but I wanted to put my new design up there. This is a 14 magnet. Now, that one also is a 14 magnet, but I've done something different. We won't go beyond that right now. It's the reason it produces so much power. So, 8 gauge is sufficient to carry this much power in 3 phases. And over here, back over here at the battery box, and this is the big battery box. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. Ow, loaded full of stuff here. Big L16s, 14 of them in there. We're going with, this is just temporary, make sure I get everything hot and running. But this right here is going to have 8 gauge also with fusing, and then from here we're going to come down to a bus bar for the negative, or for the positive. Actually, the positive will go to a bus bar with a simple fuse between it. The bus bar will mount to the surface of the A&L fuse. So like you got this right here, you're going to have a copper bus bar adjoining the 3 A&L fuses, and it will run back to here so that we can hook onto the big power lugs that are back behind all of this stuff. This setup is for 3 turbines in the shop, because I can build a better diversion system in here, and using one of these, that's what we want to do. And we're diverting, so not too bad. There's my build. There's little micro fans built in. I don't know if you can see them underneath these heat sinks for these SSRs, and they work perfect. And this gets nice and warm, keeps the room warm out in here. That's just a old high energy, the best one they ever damn built. And then they sold out to idiots in America. Yeah, it all went to shit. So, all right, all improvement, all the shit's gonna be gone. This whole wall's gonna be nice and different, and y'all just be watching. All right, guys.